All right, let's do this. Miami to Tampa is October. This is the last version of PMDG 2042. I think so. Is that one? Um, yep. Let's double check this. 2.04 niter. All right. So it's going to start. All right. Preliminary pre-flight procedure here. So let's do this. It's going to go to the status page. Let's check the messages. That means the battery is off. Okay. And it has to be on. And did you switch on? It's going to check also here the quantity of APU oil and hydraulic and oxygen pressure. Now let's check engine. It's going to refill a little bit this. All right, now better. Replacing tires. This is good. All right, let's go here. Okay, guard and close. Cargo temperature, that's perfect. Circuit breaker check. Parking brake. Let's wanna see parking brakes. Parking brakes here is set. We have enough brake source on the accumulator. Okay, let's check this I-80's information here. So okay, man, while we get this 80's information, let's going to check this. This is right, engine, nav data, right. Drag and fuel factor. Okay, let's going to check here to see our flight plan. Okay, nothing. Unable to provide altitude at this time. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me just set up this. So let's go to sim brief here on map the sky, and let's go into say the RealAcars. And let's go into request this again. I'm going to use Batsin as a source. Hmm. Okay, with this wind, rowing to 6 left works perfect. One 187, 183. Okay, makes sense. All right, let's go into the pre-fly procedure here. So let's go into recycle this. Got it. So this is my sector here, pedestal to NCP. From oxygen to alternate sources, PFI and navigation display and primary flight displays, CDU, thrust pedestal, and radios. Okay, this is my takeoff performance. Okay, and first officer. This is his scan, no? Overhead, left to the right, pedestal, left to the right from the flight directors. Then we came from oxygen test, alternate source. We check here the primary flight display, navigation display. We check here all these overrides from for the ground proximity warning system and landing gears. Also, we check here in the ICAS the information, and then we go to the lower CDU, lower display unit, sorry, then to the CDU, and then we check here the radius and the fire pulse levers. Then going down to the lower lower CDU, and check the paper from the printer, and we set out here the transponder in case we get by PDC or we are ready. So let's do this. We can turn now the APU. It wasn't on. It was just in the start and the start button. Sorry, it was just for checking the oil pressure. The oil quantity. Okay, it's now turn around. All right, let's check here the FAMA. So auto throttle is in mode blank. So auto throttle mode is in blank. The roll mode is on toga. Pitch mode toga. AFDS status is as a flight director. No flags, sped, no V speed until takeoff. We are selected, so it's good. Altitude readings here is 269 20 feet. 269 20 feet. So everything is here good. The navigation display TCAS off. ICAS, we need to have 5 messages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages. That's correct. Five white messages. Multifunction display, secondary engine. Check again oil quantity. Status page, check messages. Checklist, let's go into reset all checklists here. And in the com manager, we go here and we check here some information that is not simulated on PMDG, but we verify the correct tail number, other things. Let's go finish the FNC. FNC here. So we're supposed to be here to do the route number 2, alternative route, or different departing from runway, or if in fact we need to route if it requires something like this. We don't want to do this now. Cost index. Cox index 22. Let me double check here. Yep, it's 22. All right. And this is Bongos 4, right? I'm going to pin this now. And I'm going to pin the airport. Got it. Okay. So I like the route. It's going to execute and activate it. It's going to put on the data, route data win. So the first point after the top of the climb is Moreno. Moreno, the wind is from the 267.15 knots. Let's see. After level 260, 273.60 knots. And here is, okay, so we are only 1 degree, sorry. Okay, so it's no more than, the difference is less than 10 degrees. So when it's greater than 10 degrees or 10 knots difference, we need to change it. In this case, we don't have to because it's less than 10 degrees, and also it's the same speed of the wind. Now let's check here the temperature. Yes, okay. It is more less than greater than 2 degrees. We need to change it. In this case, it's only 1 degree less, more. Sorry, colder. So it is good. All right. So we don't want to have any change here of the zero fuel way. There's no any modification, so let's going to use the data that we have here, which is 431.4. And then we can just confirm here the speed. All right. It's only one. No difference. It's perfect fine. 28 is close to the CG. And we don't want to have any step climb here, so we can just that's perfect. So we check here the weather notice already. We check the VHF communication. Push start procedure. We just going to pull and then facing west. Raw information we had. The software condition is medium. And the takeoff procedure will be setting takeoff 2, cell temperature 45, and configuration of flaps is 5. Packs will be auto, no on the APU. Engine anti-ice will be an auto. Noise abatement procedure we don't have here now. Throttle reduction will be a 1500. Acceleration will be a flap set. A flaps 1, no an altitude. SID procedure, we don't want to use any frequency. Row into 6 left. We're going to proceed to Waddle or nav. Then we're going to Moreno. We need to cross Moreno at least 5,000. We're going to be even at 26,000 before cross Moreno is 40 miles from Waddle Arnab. Got it. So let's go into set up this in case that we need to come back here to Miami. That's gonna be our airport in case we need to turn back. So let's go into make this as a situational awareness, and the MSA here. Oh. The exact story is 2100. The MSA. Okay, so right now here we're going to take off with weather radar, not terrain function. We need it here. And the takeoff briefing, let's do it now. So I will call any malfunction or warning and silence the idle warning. I will call stop or go. I will reject takeoff for any warning or condition that significantly affect the safety of the flight before 80 knots. Takeoff will be rejected for takeoff configuration warning, system failure, activation of the master caution system, tire failure, unusual noise or vibration, abnormally slow acceleration, if a side window opens, fire warning, engine failure, predictive windshield warning, if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. And between 80 knots and B1, which is 141, takeoff will be rejected for fire warning, engine failure, predictive windshield warning, and if the airplane is unsafe or unable to fly. After B1, takeoff will be continued. No action will be taken below 400 feet other than application of toga and silencing of idle warning. Questions? All right. Pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist. So we have here. This is the one that we use for the freight cargo. It's very similar to the one of the ECLs, the electronic checklist. A little bit more items we have here. All right. Notice that we had auto throttlers to arm, double check of the fuel control switches, and the logbook, and pilot and flight attendant briefing. So checklist, pre-flight checklist, oxygen tested 100%, flight instrument, heading 184, 184, 184, altimeter 20 feet, 20 feet, and with 269 on 3. Check. Pre-flight checklist completed. Okay, so now that we have the APU on, what we can do is take this for now, and then what are we going to do here is we're going to do remove everything, release all, close all doors, and then arm. And then after arm, I'm going to go to the door page and double check that everything is armed. All right. So let's do the review before pushback. So I had the low and the trim sheet here. So we don't have any change of cargo or passengers. So we don't need to be worried about any modification of zero fuel way and takeoff gross way. So this is where I just reconfirm here the zero fuel way and takeoff CG, and then I put on the final assuming temperature on the flap set. So in this case here is when I'm going to now do here the NCP on base of the B speed B2. So it's 152. And for this it's gonna be our nav, and this is gonna be the runway. Takeoff runway is 282, and then we're going to take off without restriction to flight level 260. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do the before start procedure. All right. So this is the before start. This is done by the first officer. So in this case here, he set here the seat belts. Double check that it's set from auto to on, then the hydraulic, then the fuel pumps, then navigation display, then go here to ICAS, check some information and some recalls. Then here the transponder you put on for the pushpad, make sure that you have the squawk number there, and then at the end is pending here the beacon light. Also here, what we do here, which is not mentioned, is to put on the trim. Since we have now hydraulic, when I go here, I do the trim set. So what I do is I change this in the multifunction display. I change here for flight controls and double check here with the info that I have here on this tape. And just for information, this is how we set up the hydraulic panel. So we put on right electric, we wait that this full light goes off, then we go here doing this sequence. So this is how we call both in. And our before start checklist after we do is this one. Seatbelt sign, hydraulic pump, fuel pumps, doors, fuel, transponder. Transponder has to be on transponder. So, and then the beacon. Okay, so before I start procedure here, before I start checklist, I call, so this guy is going, he knows about that, so he's going here, he's on. Wait, this light, full light goes away, then this sequence, then the pumps, beacon light pending, all right? Then navigation display here, and then go here to flight controls. And then what you wanna do is, we have something here that we need to take care for. Right. So it's 50. Got it. So now it's 50 here, 50 here.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
So this guy is going to, I am the pilot flying, so takeoff page, and the pilot monitoring will be on leg page. Exterior doors are closed. No red band here.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
All right, checklist. Before I start checklist, flight day and door, close and lock. NCP B2 is 152, heading 262, altitude 26,000. Takeoff speed B1 is 141, R is 145, B2 is 152. CDU pre-flight complete, trim 50 units, 00. Nose to the right. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed, and beacon light now is on. Run.
Release parking brake. Commencing push. All engines clear. Starting wheel.
Start number 1 first. Left. Okay. So you know the auto start does not monitor oil pressure and temperature, so we do aboard the engine start checklist if there is no oil pressure indication after the AGT increases. In this case, the AGT increases and we have oil pressure. And at 63, click the solenoid valve so we can start the other one. There's a sequence of monitor this. There's no oil pressure monitor or and temperature, so we need to be careful about that. And also check we get any messages on the ICAS. So,
Set parking brakes.
all right.
Unlocking gear.
So let's do it the after start procedure. So in this case, This is my flow. Very simple. I need to do the flight control check. And the first officer, what is there telling you here is to, I call flaps, then he moved the flaps set for takeoff. Then here he set up the APU off and check that the engine is everything set, the panel is set. Then here we're going to change the engine anti-ice what we need. In this case, we are more than 10 Celsius, so we don't need to be worried about it.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Now we check here that the ICAS flap position is on base on the takeoff position that we put on the lever. We double check the RTO here, the auto brake RTO, and that's it. That's the communication panel. So I'm going to call takeoff flaps 5. So the first officer is going to do this. Then he's going to throw off the APU. We don't need it for this takeoff. This is good. This is good. This is good. Now let's check. Wait here that he get the flaps 5 here. That's good. Auto brake in good position. And while I do this. This is the final low sheet. Before taxi checklist, anti-ice, auto, recall check, flight control check, ground equipment clear. Before taxi checklist complete. Which is we call after the start, no? All right. Okay. Let's go. So we can do here now the before takeoff. This is the before takeoff for me. This is the before takeoff for first officer. And this is our checklist, which is completely different than the one that PMDG show you here, which is only confirmation of the flap set. It's a stand. But pretty much it's going to do this. So this is our before takeoff checklist. We have flaps 5. before takeoff checklist completed. We configure trim, we configure the values, and now we have something called final items, which is going to be when we are clear for takeoff. So Miami Tower is clear, the American 545 to take off runway 26 left. So in this case, I will do is weather here now on, weather on, transponder on TARA, and the weather radar on weather and thunderstorm set. I take the auto and I go on the tiller 3, 4. So we are more than 3 minutes. So the engine oil temperature is above bottom on temperature scale. So we can now turn on these lights. Let's go. Check. Hold. Gear up. Okay, so here start acceleration. So in the moment I change flaps 1, they're going to change to climb mode, the thrust. Okay, so I'm going to call here flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Now it's climb 2. Flaps up, speed check, flaps up. All right, so we can do here in the checklist, after takeout checklist completed. We are reaching 10,000 soon. Okay, 10,000. Okay, we are 40, less than 40 miles for top of descent, so let's do this quick here. Oh, why three? Why don't need three? The runway is dry. Yeah. It's perfect. Okay, so nine. Okay, it's from heading 040, 9 knots and gust 19. Variable wind from 010 to 0, from 070. 10 status miles, visibility few 1900, broken 2500, overcast at 3800. Temperature 24, dew point 21, and altimeter 266. So it's gonna do this here, 66, 76. Now here. Okay, come on. Okay. All right, descent checklist. Oh, I didn't do this part. Recall check, no check, auto brakes 2. Landing data is 135, 140, and minimums will be so minimums 2011, 200, sorry, 211. Approach briefing completed. What do you do the briefing, brother? Okay, 10,000 feet. Approach checklist. Approach checklist. Altimeter 276. 9,700. Check. Approach checklist complete. Cabin is ready. 180. You're down flaps 20. Okay, flaps 30. Landing checklist completed. Continue. $60. Okay. Este fue el after landing. Spoilers down. Spoilers. Speed brake, sorry. And spoilers. Here is the NTIs and the weather radar. The first officer a little bit anti-eye, radar, auto brakes, speed brakes. Check that down verify, and the flaps is up. Transponder set, and the Dino weather radar, the 200 Alpha Bravo on test mode, and the APU star. So that's pretty much what we just did here. So we have this flow here. It's not a checklist, it's a flow. Let's see this landing. I have to wait. Okay. You know what? I'm going to park in here. Parking brake set, APU running. Shoot down checklist. Shoot down checklist. Parking brake. Release. Shoot down checklist complete. So that was my procedure. Parking brake set. On the shoot down, I did you off. This is the shutdown flow for the first officer. So pretty much what is are telling you here is the seatbelt signs. Then make sure that the APU is running or what is the situation with the external power. Then set the hydraulic, then the fuel pumps, the engine anti-ice in case it was on, just turn off to auto. Then the lights, then flight directors. Then the number 9 here is checking about the ACAS, and then the transponder in 200, depends what frequency you need. The flow for shoot down is the buff off, buff out. So the more important is you turn on first the right electric on demand and the last one to turn off. So this is the shoot down checklist. Is this pretty much is the same. The only thing is the ADU, we had that one here, and on the secure checklist. So final secure is set out the electrical panel, emergency lights, oxygen supply resistant, the windows heat, the air conditioning depends if you have external. So let's say that in this case we're going to have external. So the APU is off already. Sorry, the packs are off. And now that we have external AC, we can turn off the recycle fans off. That's it. Security. Okay, let's go into see. This is a very small parking.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Secure checklist, packs off. Secure checklist completed. Okay. We're supposed to do here some ACARS interaction, like a check in the final. Yeah, we cannot. We don't have company here, so we cannot do. I cannot show you how we do this in real life. All right. Okay, we are set. We are here in Tampa,
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
right before the hurricane.
Requested.
Beautiful.
Passengers to boarding starting.
Oh, I don't have passengers on the. Well, I can see the flight attendant here. Oh yes, I have. Okie dokie. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Keep safe from the hurricane, guys.